Welcome to the Modesto Mechanic. We're here with the Modesto Mechanic himself, Ward Rose. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Now, I'm wondering, with the economy the way it is, people don't want to, shell out a bunch of money for a new car every couple of years. How can you make your car last, let's say, for example, 200,000 miles? That's how long I want to make my car last. What are some things to start off with when you get your car and you want to make it last that long?
Bring it to somebody and have all the fluids changed, maybe even the brake fluid, something most people don't do. Transmission fluid if it's serviceable, and get on a regular schedule every 5,000 miles, bring it in and have the oil changed and just checked over.
I used to hear 3,000 miles. Is that changed now?
Mostly when all the lube shops popped up, they started touting the 3,000 miles. Most manufacturers now are at 7,500 because they call for synthetic oil. Some of the lesser expensive cars, all the lesser expensive cars, take conventional oil, and 5,000's pretty much right for a maintenance.
Something I always wonder, when everything is in good shape, if you're pushing on the gas harder and you're kind of like doing more speeding up, slowing down things, does that wear the engine more? Or if your car's in good shape, does that not matter?
Engine-wise, not necessarily. Brakes, transmission, some other things that can be harder on some of the other components if you're driving like a maniac.
Now, how much are you looking to spend to maintain your average foreign car? Just on kind of how much do you want to put aside per year? In terms of just your maintenance, not any kind of big repair, but if you want to make it last that long.
Most cars, higher end European car that takes synthetic costs about $120 to do an oil change on it. You probably want to do that twice a year. Your Hondas and Toyotas, probably half that much to do an oil change. So, if you've got a Honda and a Toyota, or a Toyota, and you drive 12,000 miles a year, you can get by with $150 in maintenance.
That's not bad. I want to ask you something, and you're probably just going to look at me like I'm a big dumbass. And this might be a really bad thing, but I've done this before in my life. And sometimes I'll have a car with a slow oil leak, and it maybe goes down maybe a quart a month. And then I just add in new oil, and I just figure, well, that's kind of like an oil change. And then I don't come in. Is that have I been doing that wrong?
It doesn't quite work that way, It's oil, unless it's really a bad oil leak, which you should get fixed.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of oil on the ground to leak a whole quart. Okay. So you may think that you're changing your oil that way, but you really need to get it in every 5,000 miles and, at least get it changed.
So 5,000 miles, that maintenance is the key. Is there anything else that maybe people don't think about that? One thing, for example, we talked about in previous video, I just want to bring up real quick. If you have a 4x4, there's a separate transmission oil type thing. I had a 4x4 ruined because I didn't realize that.
Yeah, the transfer case and the front differential on a 4x4, most people, when you take it to a lube shop, they don't check that stuff. And transfer cases are notorious for leaking, and they don't hold very much fluid. So when they leak, it doesn't take very long for them to run low and blow up.
Okay, well, once again, we learned some stuff. Now, if somebody they want to get in for that 5,000 miles, maybe it's been even 7,000 or 10,000 miles, tell people where you're located.
At 1400 North 9th Street, and I'm in Suite 15 in Modesto, and my phone number is 209-526-6408.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for watching Modesto News. We'll be back here next time with the Modesto Mechanic.